Welcome everyone to the Coffee Run Live episode number 340. Today we are talking about all of the fabulous things, namely me. Sorry you guys, I'm totally winning the Mother of the Year award for today. And I think the funniest conversations of all time happened on our 6 a.m. call today. So I want to share some of those things with you. There is a song for every occasion, as I did warn the people earlier on today as well. So in case you didn't see the latest news flash, and I'm sure that I know I'm not the only person that's done this, because one of you have actually shared this with me underneath the actual post that I really loved having my kids home. They're 18, 13 and 11. So they're the ages of kids, like not so much the 18-year-old because she's left school, but the other two. So they're on school holidays, and they probably, I feel like they were certainly ready to go back to school a couple of weeks ago. I loved having them home. I also really thrive on routine. I love structure, and I love things just being, kind of like ticking along and doing the things. And they've really felt these holidays. It feels like it's been a really long holiday period. So they've been quite excited about getting back to school. So excited, in fact, that I dropped my son off at school this morning 3 days early. They are not due to go back until Monday. So that's my first Fuck Up Friday, right? If when you're coming on here, if you've got a Fuck Up Friday story, please share it with me, and let's bathe in the glory of royal fuck ups together, because I think I think the more that we can admit and be vulnerable. This isn't not necessarily about being vulnerable, but certainly the more that we can admit that we're not perfect, that we're actually human, that we've made total screw ups of different things, the easier it makes it for the rest of us, right? Because I don't pretend to be perfect by any stretch. So if you fucked up, please let me know. Or Screw Up Friday if that's more your jam. So the first of the days was that I've dropped my kid off 3 days early to go back to school, and I haven't been super excited about them going back. It's not like, yes, I'm so excited for them to go back, because I've really enjoyed having them home. But the second thing that I realized, so here's what happened. Like, I pulled up at school, and there were a couple of people. We've got to go up a road that the right-hand side you can park, and the left-hand side you're not allowed to. And there are a couple of people parked in this school zone. I'm like, why are they parking there? Don't they know they're not allowed to park? And then I said to the kids, I'm like, oh, maybe it's a preppy parent and they don't know, or reception if you're in South Australia. So or kindergarten in New South Wales, if it's their first day of school, like ever, as a parent, you want to park close by and this type of thing, right? This is not me. My children are old. So driving along, I'm like, why are they not allowed to be parked there? I've turned left. Okay, mate, get out, get the mandatory photo, because I forgot to get photos at home. So I got the photo as Jake's getting out the car, and he toddles in, and I'm kind of wondering why there's not more children. Hey, Charlie, why are there no more children going into the school? Where are all these little people that should be going into this primary school? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm just like, this is going on in the back of my head. So I've actually pulled out of the drop-off zone. And then I think there was not even a school crossing lady. There was we have lollipop ladies here in Victoria, and do you want to say hello because you're on holidays? Check out my son, the amazing son that I dropped off 3 days early. How funny was it?
Not funny.
Come on, it was pretty funny. I know, it was really awkward, wasn't it? All right, off you drop. So, anywho, bye, Jake. Oh, that sucks. That's okay. It's getting better though. Yeah, there we go. This is how you know we're live. So that was the first thing. So I've pulled out, we've got over the school crossing. So so lollipop ladies, we don't have the school crossing lights here. We've got lollipop ladies. So I remember that like years and years ago, I think in Adelaide, we used to have lollipop people, but then they lollipop people, not lollipop ladies, because there's men and women. This particular crossing, there's always a lady. So every time kids want to cross the road, out they come with the little lollipops and, their stop signs, and they stop the traffic, not literally, but, they make the traffic stop with their lollipop sign. And I was like, why is there no lollipop lady? And so I pulled back in, and my 13-year-old's in the car with me. And I said, Esri, why is it maybe they're not supposed to be back at school? This is really weird. So I've grabbed out, I pulled over, grabbed my phone out, and there's this school bag app. So I've gone into the school bag app, and I've looked at the newsletter, the online newsletter from the end of last year that talks about the coming back to school dates. And I've gone, oh shit, it's Monday, right? So I've said to Esri, I've gone, quick, you've got to get out, go and run. Just I don't know where he'll be. I said, just go to the office, because there's no one else here. The office ladies were still there. So she's gone running off. So that's Fuck Up Friday number 1. Fuck Up Friday number 2, there's another one. I've also looked in the app, and I think this is really putting me heads and shoulders above anyone else gunning for Mother of the Year awards this year. Apparently there's supposed to be school testing yesterday and today for whatever reason, like school interviews or something that I missed the memo for. So not only did I drop him off 3 days early, we don't have a thing, and I'm like, holy shit, and there's no bookings available. And I'm like, wow, fucking hell, man. There you go. I've missed the boat again. So there's 2 things that I've missed out on. My daughter, however, I knew there was stuff coming out. She's gone back to school today when she's supposed to go back to school. And we had her interview yesterday. So it's not a complete washout. But there you go. Mother of the Year. I thought that was really kind of, I think it's really funny. And I'm also mortified as well. But I'm not perfect, and I don't pretend to be. But sometimes that whole, detail thing. And we went away before school finished last year, and excuse and whatever. The kids aren't dying. But I was a little mortified, so I thought I would share that with you. Just in case you're gunning for Mother of the Year. That is that. The other thing that I thought that I would share with you guys today that I thought was really freaking funny is that we've been talking on the 6 a.m. call. So at 6 o'clock every morning, I hang out with a bunch of, at the moment it's all women, a bunch of amazing ladies as we get our intentions straight for the day and get everything sorted. Now, we didn't fuck anything up this morning. So we've got a double Fuck Up Friday, but that's the extent of it. So far, the day is young. But we were chatting about and this is where we become let's slip into some business mode, some business talk. We were chatting about advertising, right? And how there's, some people will suggest to you that you should be growing your followers. You should be growing your fans. You should be growing your presence and this, that, and the other. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but there's caveats to it, right? It is really funny, Tamara, and I'm glad that we all have those moments because I'm glad I'm glad it's not just me. It's good to know that we're all exceptionally awesome and amazing, even with our screw-ups. So the thing is with it does not matter how many fans you have on your business page. It does not matter how many people are in your email list. It does not matter how many people are following, clicking like, engaging, commenting on your stuff if none of it is converting to sales. It makes not one iota of freaking difference. Some people will say to you, you've got to get more fans. You've got to go and spend some money on getting more likes. Go and do this thing. You go and throw a bunch of money at Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, build your connections and do this, that, and the other. On one hand, I think it's a crock of bullshit. And it's kind of like one of the analogies that I'll use a lot is like walking in the middle of the mall and throwing you're standing in the mall, people are walking around you kind of throwing bananas at everyone. I call it banana marketing. Throwing bananas at everyone, and they're like, dude, I'm not hungry. I don't even want a freaking banana. Someone might walk up to you and say, oh, look, I'd really love a banana. May I have one? You're like, yeah, here you go. You enjoy that banana. Meanwhile, banana. You're throwing freaking bananas around all over the place. Banana marketing is like trying to throw your stuff, mass market at everybody in the hope that maybe someone in the masses wants your freaking banana. That's what trying to build likes, unqualified likes, fans, followers, and whatever. If you want, a lot of people will say, well, you've got to get more fans because it builds and grows credibility. Bullshit. Having more fans does not increase your credibility, right? Having more fans doesn't do that at all. You articulating your opinions, you sharing value, you adding value, you showing up, you sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your pieces of advice, being open, sharing your personality. That is the stuff that builds credibility. Anyone can go and buy a list, right? Anyone can go and buy more fans, followers, likes, whatever on their business page. It doesn't mean shit. I've spoken to people who have got 100,000 followers, fans or followers on their Instagram or on their Facebook page, and they are fucking broke. They're making no money because some wanker told them to go and spend a bunch of money on building up their fans, and it's instantly going to rain money and bananas, rain money from the heavens as if by magic. It's not how it freaking works, right? Where it will work is if you are doing, if you're putting stuff out there and you are generating a qualified lead and it's from someone that says like, oh, look, I'd really love that banana. You know, here, can I give you my name and email address in exchange for that banana because I'm really fucking hungry? Then great, give them the banana, get their email address and do that. That's fine. That's someone who's qualified. They're hungry. They're curious about your banana. Need to get off the banana conversation. Anyway, you get the point, right? So once you've got all of that down, that's really amazing. And your fans, your followers, they will grow organically, right? Based on you advertising to someone, hey, I've got this banana. Would you like it? Let's exchange this, right? So you can do that. The other thing that will help you gain more fans and followers and all of that sort of stuff is by you showing up and adding value, right? If all you do is go and buy a bunch of stuff, it's like buying a cup or buying a gym membership and expecting that you're going to grow muscles and lose weight just because you own a gym membership. If you don't go to the gym, if you don't work those weights, if you don't watch what you're putting in your freaking mouth, if you don't follow the things that need to be done, you will not get the results. Buying a gym membership is not the magic pill that everybody wishes that it was, let's be honest. Facebook ads are not the magic pill that everybody wishes that they were. Having more fans is not the magic pill that everybody wishes that they were. Having a massive database does not mean that you will make money. Having said all of that, if you are working the process, if you are adding value, saying, hey, you guys, I've got this really amazing program. You should buy it if you feel like it's the right thing. Here's where you can do that. Then you add more value, then you add more value, then you add more value. It's like, hey, I've still got this program for sale. Are you interested in it? It's going to help you to solve these problems of, lack of motivation, not knowing how to make a banana cake, what to do if you're flour intolerant or wheat intolerant. These are the things that you can substitute it. We're back on bananas. And you're adding value. But hey, if you're not ready to buy yet, that's okay. Here's some other things you can do with some bananas. The thing here is that social media will work when you're working it in the way. Buying a bunch of fans doesn't mean you don't make any, it doesn't mean that you can make money if you're not actually building relationships, not adding value. So you've just got to be really mindful with that. The second point on that is that if you don't do anything with the people that you get onto your email list, it's kind of pointless. Why bother? Right? If you're not willing to show up and make offers, if you're not willing to show up and offer things for sale, if you're not willing to show up and say, hey, unashamedly saying, what, and I don't have anything to sell you today, just so that you guys are aware, I've got nothing, unless you want to come on a retreat at the end of February, and then maybe we can talk. But I don't have any programs that are running at the moment that you guys can enroll in. But if I did, what I would be saying is like, we do all of this. I talk about all of this stuff that I talk about. It's like, hey, you know what? I've got this program. It's really freaking awesome. You can go and click the link in here. If you feel like you're ready to work with me, that's amazing. And if not, that is totally fine. I want you to feel ready. I want you to feel certain. My job, I put a post up about this last night. My job is to show up, and this is your job in your business with your marketing. This is your job, is to show up, add value, let people know how they can get more help from you should they choose to do that. You should not be chasing people. I'm not going to come in here and message every single one of you and say, hey, you know, I've got this program, you should totally be in it. Hey, I've got this program, you should be in it. Hey, what about this? You know, oh, hey, you indicated a few days ago that you might be interested. You know, I'm all for following up, but I'm not going to chase anyone. Right? My job is to show up. I'm not going to convince anyone that they should work with me, and I'm not going to try and convince you that you should be freaking ready. I think everybody should be ready, and you should actually be starting marketing. If you've got something to sell at some point, you should have been marketing your ass off yesterday. So there is no better time than like right now to start. But I'm not going to convince you that you have to be ready. You will know that. And your job as in my audience is to decide, do I like this person? Do I trust this person? Do I think she can deliver on what it is that she's talking about? Do I want to even work with her? And if you do, then what are you going to do, right? Because my job isn't to, like, as much as I know sometimes what's going on in your heads, my job is to be the person that shows up and is like, hey, I'm ready. You know, when you're ready, I'm going to be here waiting for you. The same way that I was last week, 2 years ago, 2 years before that, 10 years ago when I started this business. I ain't going anywhere. So if it takes you 2 years for you to decide, all right, Nick, I'm freaking convinced, you keep doing the same thing, you keep walking your talk, you keep saying the same stuff, then you know what, I'm ready, then that's amazing. Your job is to know when you are ready. So for your marketing, that creates magnetic marketing, right? It's not, I'm not ramming my stuff down your throat. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just showing up. Like I'm Coles. I'm opening up my doors. If you want to come in and buy the groceries, I'm here. If not, drive on by. Doesn't mean you don't like Coles. For you in your business, your job is to do the same thing, because your audience don't know yet whether they like you, trust you, want to buy from you. They don't even know what you've got to offer. Now, here's a couple of facts. People on average see 10% of what you put up in their newsfeed, right? So if you are only turning up and showing up once or twice a day, they might hear from you, and they say that you're doing that 5 days a week, because you know not all of us are on social media for business over the weekend. It's going to take somewhere between 5 and 6 days perhaps for people to see you, right? So every 5 or 6 days people see a post from you and they're like, oh yeah, that's that person. On average, it takes between 7 and 10 touch points with you for people to decide to take a step forward, right? Whether that's to download something for free, whether it's to reach out and say, hey, you know what, I want some help, whether it's to buy from you because you might be launching something at the time. 7 to 10 touch points. So if they are only seeing 10% of what you put up, right? So they see something once a week, they may not feel like they know you, like you, trust you. They might not feel like they get it, like they've seen enough of you yet, for somewhere between 7 and 10 weeks. Now, if you're in the launch process, you're probably going to make minimal sales, right? Because how can you, like, if they don't even see anything for 5 days because all you're doing is talking about twice a day, it takes them far too long to be familiar with who you are, what you're about, what you're talking about, the program that you're on about. And so, you know, they're not the lifespan, but the delay from when they first hear you talking about something to when they'll actually do something is so elongated and so long and protracted that you might be offering something different in 7 to 10 weeks compared to what you were doing like when they first saw you, right? So here's the thing. We don't want to do banana marketing, like throwing bananas at people. We want to have permission-based marketing. We want to have that energy where you're being magnetic, where you're like, here I am. I'm going to just keep doing my thing. And if and when you're ready, you'll let me know. And if not, that's totally cool too. You do that. The third thing that you want to be doing is not going and spending a whole bunch of money and or time on trying to get more fans and followers, because it is fucking pointless and you just don't need it. It's a great vanity metric, right? But it doesn't actually equate to dollars in the bank. The fourth thing that you want to do and that you'll need to do is you need to increase the frequency of your visibility and your posts, right? You've got to be more visible. Most of you, and I'm like, I have not done the statistics, but you can possibly let me know in the comments, how many times a day do you post on your business page? And I might actually do a survey about that, because I think that would be really interesting. How many times a day do you post? I'm just writing that down. Do you post, right? So I want to know that for a start. My guess is that 90 to 95% of you are probably posting about as like a third to a quarter. So 75% not enough. Does that make sense? You know what I mean, right? You've got to up the ante by probably at least double or triple. Okay? So the what that then tends to flush out is, holy shit, Nicola, but if I do that, my people are going to get pissed off because I'm going to keep posting. I don't want to flood the market. I don't want to flood people's news feeds. I don't want to piss people off by constantly posting. Honey, your job is not to manage someone else's news feed. That is their job. Their job is to control what they see. Your job is just to do your thing and share your brilliance with the world, right? To add value, add value, add value. Hey, I've got these things for sale. Do you want to buy it? Add value, add value, add value, right? If all you're doing is jamming your stuff down people's throats, then maybe that's a valid point. You know, in terms of buy my shit, 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 buy my banana. Here's a banana. Here's a banana. But if you're going out there and you are adding value, you're solving problems, you're inspiring, you're motivating, you're doing all of that kind of stuff, then people are not going to be pissed off. And if they are, they've got these beautiful things at the end of their hands called their fingers, even if it does come with a bitten off broken nail. You can see the post about that last night. So fucking hilarious. They can do this. They've got their thing. They go with their finger. They go unfollow. It takes 3 seconds. If they are pissed off, they will hide, they will block, they will delete, they'll unfollow, or they'll go, that was fucking awesome, and they will love it either in their head or with their finger, and then, or their mouse, and then they might go over to your business page and have a look at all of the other stuff. Exactly, Charlie. It is not your job to control other people's feed. It's not your job to control what anyone else does. It is your job to show up and be you. Your job to share the message, your job to preach it if it's about preaching it, sing it if it's about singing it, get your message out there and do the thing and not worry about what anybody else fucking thinks, because they are in control of their thoughts, their actions, their emotions, and whatever the hell else it is that they make it mean. It is not about you. Okay? So I know that a lot of people, like I said, like a lot of people are like, I don't want to clog up a feed. You can't possibly clog up a feed. There is far too much going on in there for you to clog it up. It won't even happen. So put that out of your pretty little head, because it's not even a thing and it's a bullshit argument, total self-sabotage, and it's bullshit. So be gone. Don't even say it ever again. That's that. The other thing that tends to come up is, oh, but Nicola, what do I say? How do I go and do 5 or 10 posts a day? Well, my thinking is this, and my recommendation is this. If you know that you've got to go and put 10 posts up a day, how can you be smart about it? I don't want you sitting at your phone or your computer going, all right, I'm going to put up a post once an hour, right? Let's say it's once an hour that you put something up. And I know that might feel like a lot because a lot of you are doing maybe 1 or 2 a day. So don't freak out. It'll be okay. I don't want you sitting at your machine and having to sit there and go like, what the fuck am I going to post this at? Or what am I going to say? I've got nothing of value to add. So you sit down and you create 1 or 2 pieces of content that you can split up and repurpose. Have some photos that you can pre-schedule to go up, right? Share some old blogs, share an old video, share something of someone else that they have put up that inspires you or motivates you, right? It doesn't have to all be your original content or your thoughts in that moment all the time. Sometimes it's important to do that, and you'll find that some of the things that you put up there, you're just like, I don't even know how that even happened. How did this even happen? You know, why are people engaging with this? This is so funny. So, you know, but then other times you've got to just be smart about it. You're a smart woman or a smart man, you know, think about how you can, in the least amount of time possible, get maybe half a dozen things scheduled to go up in advance so that all you need to do is think about 4 things throughout the day. And maybe one of those things that you do can be split into a few different things, right? And then feed the beast over the next few days or the next week or however frequently you decide to do that. So that's my rant for today. Wow, I was not expecting all of that to come out of my face. So I trust that was helpful for you. We don't want to do banana marketing, all right? No one wants a banana thrown at their head while they're walking through the mall. So make sure you're adding value. Spend money and time on the things that are actually going to generate a result and generate a return, and just be mindful about how you're doing that. And remember, I think one of the big golden nuggets from today is that it is not your freaking job to control anyone else's feed. Be you, show up, share as much as you possibly can, as often as you possibly can, and trust that the right people who need to hear whatever it is that you've got to say will hear it. The people that don't even want to hear it or don't even need to hear it, they'll just walk on by. Like what we do with those shops in the middle of the mall when you kind of go like this because you don't want the free fucking samples. Yeah? Yeah. All right, my friends, I am going to love you and leave you and set you free about your Friday. Have a rocking and amazingly brilliant day. Get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it, and remember, the world is ready for your brand of awesomeness. Take care, everyone. I will talk to you soon.